Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we got some demolition to do today, and some of you might recognize this location from the last time we were here doing some demolition work. Last time we were here, we cleaned up this building over here that burnt. We donated to clean up to the city, and that was one of the first big projects with the 220 Hyundai. Harding's Heavy Equipment put a thumb on it for me, and we used it to clean this building up. Got that one all cleaned up. The deal was with that was if the city supplied the dumpsters, we would supply the equipment and manpower to clean it up as a donation to the city. Now we're coming back and we're going to clean this building up and get rid of this eyesore. George and Dad got the door open. So this was a restaurant. Do a quick walk through real quick. As you can see, we got some interior walls, ceilings, stuff like that. There's some bathrooms. This got severely smoke damaged when the building next to it burnt. There's a toilet we can clean. You get the joke if you watch the last video. Oh, somebody stole that toilet. This takes you down to the basement. The basement's not real big. This was the bar area. Stainless steel vent hood above where the griddle must have been. Goes all the way up in there. All right, so this is the building front to back, so let's get tearing. Well, we're gonna get started here this morning. First thing I want to do is try to, I had some sticks left in the bucket. First thing I want to do is try to peel some of this vinyl siding off and get rid of that. Should be able to just gently just like so. That'll go in the dumpster. Do is we'll make a pile along the bottom, and then we'll get that with the bobcat and grapples and put it right in the dumpster. I don't mind wood, but I don't want that vinyl place. The wood will disappear. Let's adjust this camera a little bit here. There we go. Now you can see what I'm seeing. The masonry of this building is not very good. They kind of put this siding on there to kind of hide that. If it wasn't for that wood, I don't think it would be hanging on there very well. Come back over here. There we go. Looks like there's a hole back there that they filled on at one time with some wood. I think there was some garage doors here, actually. I think this was an old Sears garage, if I remember correct. Years and years ago, before I was even born. wall with it or not. Well, there went the window. Oh yeah. Don't want to do that. Wall's pretty stout. This siding off here. There's also a freezer set up here in the corner. There's refrigerant lines of some sort. Pull them out without pulling that wall over. Actually, that wall I'll probably end up just knocking that over on that old pad over there. There we go. This is what I wanted right here. That's the freezer, or was the freezer, part of the freezer. Drag that out of there. It's probably some good foam insulation board. I think I might grab that. It looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I'm gonna grab that and keep it for something. Stuff's expensive. Well, I got that foam board. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's good insulation. I'm going to go ahead and just knock these blocks down a little bit. Well, couple right there. There we go. Huh. Come out of there. All right. Well, kind of opened the end of the building up a little faster than I wanted to. Was trying to get a little bit of wood and stuff out of the one doorway and pulled a little bit too hard. Next thing I know, the whole thing came down on that side. That's all right. It's got to come down anyways. Sort some of these blocks out. Looks like Dad found somebody to talk to on the street, so he's happy. Scoot that crap over and let George put that in the dumpster. I need a little pair of grapples for Micro Richard. Need to get those done. Use him for sorting stuff. Let's get this for George. once we get this end out of the building, it'll make things easier to get cleaned up. Seems like always getting started is a little rough. Once you get started, get in the building, get some room made, sort things out a little better. Just don't think this is going to work the way I want it to. Probably just going to have to make a really big mess right off the bat. Alright, I'm going to reach up here and see if I can't take the top off a little bit. Like so. Not sitting very square with it right now, so it's going to want to twist that wall. Let's see what we can get though. That'll work. Away so it don't end up on the dumpster. That'll work. Fold that roofing back. There we go. That's what we want. Just like that. Nice and easy. It's like Bob Ross painting a painting. We'll push the wood in. There we go. Look at that. Just like I planned it. Well executed. Got our blocks relatively clean. Scoot them over to this side. Well, we got our first dumpster pretty much filled. Trying to get these roof vents. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I thought it'd be cool to have one or two. Get a little more to actually finish filling that dumpster. I need to pack some fine stuff in on top of it. I see a little I-beam up there I'm going to try to get. Must have supported the roof through this section. The other section had a just a bunch of like 2x10s nailed together. Cabinets out of the bar. Let's go ahead and grab some more of this roofing and get it down. Electric box in there. If I can get that peeled off there, I'll push that block over. Rains just enough to get my windshield wet, and then it quits raining. Better than snow. It is February. I guess we're lucky it's not snow. Come off there. There's a piece of pipe. Now I'm gonna reach around and grab that wood behind there, if I can. That came out of the one door hole it was framed in. Hit my bucket cylinder on anything. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and push the top. Perfect. Nice that that wall's peeling off on the inside so nicely. The only thing about working in town is you constantly got to have your head on a swivel. See who's watching. Make sure nobody's standing too close. Because sometimes when these block walls fall, it's hard to tell where some of the blocks are going to end up. They go flying. And you never know what's going to flip from something when you squeeze something. Demolition work's fun, but it is dangerous at the same time. Banging my bucket because I can't see where it went in the dust. Looks like some boxes of something. Those refrigerant boxes? No? I don't know what they are. I have to get out and investigate those. Maybe they're beverages or something. Whoops. Now they're buried. Get out and check those out. Well, the boxes are drink concentrate. So they are the syrup for the soda machine. This one is Dr. Pepper. This one is Dirt Perfect's favorite, Pepsi. And that one is I don't know, but we're gonna smash it anyways. Fun part about demolition is all the fun things you find and you can smash. My excavator's gonna smell like Pepsi. Let's go ahead and wash the window real quick. Windshield washer's not working. Oh, it's because the hose is kinked. I fix that. Well, my little stunt of smashing the drink concentrate landed me a trip to the Dollar General across the street to get some windshield washer fluid because the 220 was out. So I went over there and I got some blue towels and I got some windshield washer fluid and cleaned it up. Got my windshield clean, which my windshield needed cleaned anyways. It was pretty nasty. Trying to extract this little I-beam out of here. Hey, there's a bar sink. Try to get that without destroying it. I mean, do I need it? No. Probably not. Should probably just get out and grab it, but I-beam. Let's get that I-beam first. up there out of the way for now. I think this bar sink's already broke, but we'll see if we can gently grab. Oh, it's junk anyways. The drains broke off the bottom of it. Ain't no good. Never mind. Let's see if we can grab some more of this roofing off. Because that other I-beam is part of this wall. So if I can get that roofing off and get that wall knocked over, just like so, get that I-beam out of that wall. Just like that. This other I-beam runs all the way over to this wall. Oh, I didn't see that mop bucket in there when we walked through it. Whoops. That's alright. No dumpster on that side. We rolled it forward anyways. George can just scoop those blocks back up and bring them around. Do I really need a mop bucket? No. Would it be cool to have a mop bucket? I suppose. I got one shoulder that's messed up, and it's my right shoulder. And I'll tell you what, it's been sore for the last, about the last week. And it kind of like pinches. And it makes my right hand not work quite right. So that's why I'm a little not smooth sometimes. See if we can grab this I-beam and get it out. Without bending it. Oh yeah, look at there. We got it. Jib crane out of that. Now this other I-beam, I don't think we're going to mess with that one just yet, because it's tying the walls together yet. Maybe we can crunch some of this down behind it. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it would have a beam pocket on the other side. It don't. Go ahead and see if we can extract that one and get it out of there. Oh yeah. Got some wood fastened to it. Clean that off. Bonus right there. It's always a bonus when you find some more building materials you can use for something else. recycling. Gonna go ahead and try to clean this bar off a little bit. That's pretty stout right there. It didn't hold the thumb back though. George said we should try to save this bar to put in my shop for a workbench. It's a pretty thick material. Let's see what we got. Anybody ever asked that bar ever been through a bar fight? Well, matter of fact, it has. Had the whole bar brought down on top of it. The more I move the stuff around, the more it breaks it up and the easier it is to get it in the dumpster. That's why I move material a lot. Breaks it up, busts it up. And at the end of the day, the more I can get in the dumpsters, the less dumpsters I have to have. I wonder if that bar's fastened to the floor or not. See if it moves. Must have it hold it down somehow. Some of this cleaned up and see if we can get that bar out of there. I'm going to start knocking this wall down. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this one so I can drag that other dumpster forward, load it on that side. We're just going to load these out. Break them up a little bit. Load these out, and then when I level them out at my place, what I'll do is just take the dozer and run over them, and that'll break them up. They're pretty fragile anyways. As you can see, they crunch right down. find me a small crusher. It's actually going to take a day or so to do this because the dumpster company is busy, and the only time they can dump our dumpsters is they're gonna come on their midnight shift to get the dumpsters and take them and dump them and bring them back. So try to keep them from going too far out there. Leave a row along the bottom for George to push against. Let's fill number 2 dumpster. George slid it forward for me. Oh, this one's gonna be fun because of all the wires. That's all right. Spaghetti mess of wiring. Shake it a little bit and get some small stuff out. There we go. Thought I hit the jackpot in there a little bit ago. I found some of the little jelly container things that are on the table. Thought, oh yes, I got a bunch of them little jellies to go. I remember stealing them with my grandma back in the day when we go to restaurants. We'd fill her purse full and then have some for the ride home. Well, apparently they either got too hot in the fire or the expiration date's right and they are spoiled, because the grape jelly was black and didn't smell too good. But I did find a whole box of saltine crackers, and they were good, so I'm excited about that. I got me a whole box of individually wrapped saltines. And yes, I did try them to make sure they were good. They were good. Felt like MRE Steve on YouTube trying MREs that were from World War II. We were getting another dumpster. I think, well, no. I was going to say, maybe we're through half the building now. I don't know if we're quite to half yet. Oops. We did get rid of our first load of concrete blocks though. Then broke up real nice and got rid of them. Now my neighbor does have a jaw crusher, and I told him that I'd come over and help him run the crushing operation this summer when stuff slows down. So I'm going to see if I can get some crushed concrete from him, maybe do a little trade, some crushed concrete for the driveway, crushed down to like 53 limestone. Nice thing with crushed concrete is there's less dust in the driveway. Maybe do a little trading on taking a machine over there and helping him. Take the 220 over there to load the crusher with. Darn it! That thumb hooked on the side of the container, but that's all right because it shook it down. Get that stuff packed in there. There we go. Containers are tough, so it's not like it's hurting it. It's not like the dump truck. As long as you don't put the bucket teeth through the walls. That's what you don't want to do. Alright, I'm going to finish filling this container. Hopefully we can get a lot of this in there and get it out of our way. Well, we went over to Birdie's for some lunch. And now we're back. We're going to get back at it here. Got another wall to deal with. So it's a little too deep. There's an I-beam in there. I can knock this 2x4 off. Get this drywall off out of the way so I can see what's going on in here. Told Dad it was a doorway in here. There wasn't one time. That's why that I-beam was crossed. Peel some more of this drywall off here, just like so. Looks like there's just an angle iron in this doorway. For a header across the top. Oh, looks like we got a good jack in that wall. Basement jack. Salvage that. Apologize, my windshield's a little dirty. Get rid of this roofing up here. Cut that with the bucket teeth a little bit, get rid of it. There we go. Blocks aren't in the best of shape up there, that's for sure. Over here to the high side, and you can't see them. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Just like doing surgery. We can actually knock some of this wall out now. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of that. there. That'll be scrap. These were fire safety doors. They were made to, when there was a fire, they would slide shut. Now, I don't know exactly what made them slide shut. I don't know if they had a rope or something that burned off or what, but they had an angled track on them. In an emergency, they would slide shut. Scrap iron now. The only operational one I think I've seen is the one at Harding's Heavy Equipment. They've got one that separates their shop from their office area. Let's go ahead and knock that off the top. We don't need that no more. Go ahead and peel this wall out. I'll clean all this up and pile it out of the way, and then we'll pull the masonry of that wall down. Now that our dumpsters are full, I'm just going to have to stockpile dumpster material. It's going to be a little block in it, but that's all right. And just slide this over here, since George already has a pile of dumpster material. Take any masonry off this side and load it in the truck. I did save the bar. I'm going to use it for a bench in the shop. Didn't even scratch it. I was surprised. Didn't even scratch the top. Oops. Must be a lip on that concrete there. Alright, I'll get this all cleaned up. Help George come scrape it, and then we'll tear some more walls down. Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, because all that's holding up this wall right here in the corner is this little jack post. So this might be interesting to see what happens. I don't know. I mean, if it falls, it is what it is. I don't care, but I try to keep things a organized chaos, I suppose. Try to keep a little rhyme to the reason, or reason to the rhyme, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Hey, that worked. I'm happy with that. Got me another I-beam. Didn't bend it. Jack post didn't survive. That's alright. I think it bent it up a little bit. Let them rummage through and get what they want. That one might be alright. Use those as a reach pipe and a hay wagon or something. That one 2x4 is holding up a lot. Let's help it out. I will say I was pretty impressed with that 2x4. didn't want that block. All I wanted was that angle iron. I'll do something with them. Dad wants me to use his I-beam for my loft in my shop. Problem is, I use that, then I gotta weld brackets to it for all the floor joists. If I go all wood, then I can just screw everything. I don't have to do a bunch of welding and all that. But I could span it farther with steel and wouldn't need as many support posts. So it's kind of a... I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do because I got some options. I got one track that needs tightened up. I don't know how it got loose, but I can tell I can't sit still. It's shaking around a lot because of that one track. Scoot these blocks over. Get them crunched up and put them on the truck. Don't take much to break them, especially if they're on their sides. In that one. Not sitting very level. Sitting like on the edges of the floors. One floor is higher than the other. Got all that cleaned away from this wall. Let's go ahead and start breaking this wall down. If you get it just right, you can shear it. Just break it as you go down. Blocks hanging over the top. I don't want to hit the... There we go. Didn't want to hit the bucket cylinder on them. Yes. Throw that there for now. Let me readjust this camera. There we go. That's better. Well, day one was a pretty successful day, if you ask me. Got all the block that we had down hauled off, other than that little pile there. Broke up and hauled off. This is what we got left to do tomorrow. So we'll swap these dumpsters out tonight. And then I'll have 2 empties for the morning. And we'll get this cleaned up. And then we'll get to the rest of that block. We just have that utility pole there to deal with. And this gas vent right here we had to worry about. So I grabbed that wall, pulled it away, and didn't hurt that gas vent. So that was a good thing. This should be pretty simple. Just tear this down and then pull that away from the pole, fold it over on the pad, break it up, load it on the truck, and get rid of it. So tomorrow's another day. There's a new episode of Shoresy on tonight. So for those of you who are not familiar with Shoresy, it's a spin-off of the TV series Letterkenny. It's a Canadian comedy show. It's pretty funny. The language is a little harsh in it, but if you're an adult, it's a funny show to watch. So Madison called me, said the new episode's on, so that's what I'm going to do. Go home, get some dinner, sit down, we're going to watch Shoresy together. So, all right, we'll get back at it in the morning, and should be able to wrap up, at least clean up above the pad, and then we have to take this pad out. So doesn't look to me like it's very thick. In fact, there was a spot over here I kind of scraped over with the Bobcat and lost it, but I'm thinking it might be a little bit hollow underneath, so we'll find out. But anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight.